to Wednesday night's Marketing Masterclass. Forgot where I was for a moment. My name is Chris. I am from the Freedom Club, and I am here to help you with any and all dropshipping questions related to marketing, ads, emails, all the things that make you money. That's what we cover in this call. Please drop in and say hello. Hello, Renee. Welcome. Now, if you guys are ever wanting to catch me on YouTube, you can watch the streams from here. It is a better, I think it's a better viewing experience, but you can't send me links on YouTube. You can send me chats and I can see them, but you can't send me links. So, I would appreciate the like and follow and subscribe on YouTube if you felt the urge to do so. Hello, Matt. Hello, Amon. Sorry, Amon. If I said it rightly, hopefully I did. Hello, Michelle, Joseph, Logan, and Verity. It's only Logan here today. What's up, Courtney? Welcome, guys. Now let me help you make some money. Oh, and Lisa, welcome, 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 welcome all. All right, marketing reviews. We got 8 comments on the board. Please review Wavy. All right, Courtney. Hello, Lionel. Welcome. Have we got anyone on YouTube watching? Jump in the chat, say hello, if you don't mind. No, actually, that's an order. All right, Wavy, Wavy, Wavy. Oh, Michaela, welcome. All right. All right, Wavy. Charles, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Okay, so we started with thermal brush testing, $171 per purchase. Top funnel, CBO, $62 a purchase over the last 30 days. How are we traveling this week? $72 a purchase, so things haven't really changed. All right. In fact, they've gone up by $10, but $10 per purchase doesn't really worry me too much. Oh, blowout. So are we talking... Hey, this is looking pretty good. You've only got one ad that's not working. Hold on, this could be something. Oh, I'm not sharing the right thing. Hold on, let me share my entire screen. One sec. Okay, let me check your website. So it's $89. How much does this cost you? I'm guessing $20. I'm going to go with about $20 to ship this out. And some people are going to buy 2. And some people are going to buy your bundle. Website looks good. Website looks really good, actually. Well done. I like your colors. One thing I don't know if I love, and look, this is personal preference. I don't like the brown. I like your pink. I think you could probably pick a color between these two and just go with one simple color, one simple color scheme. I like the boldness of the brown. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. It just doesn't. Maybe it doesn't feel like a hair website. I'm not sure. But look, don't take that word for it. Courtney, you're saying you're getting these for $30. Are you buying these off eBay? Can we get these cheaper somewhere else? Can we get these for $20? Okay, now, here's the cool thing that I see. My first ad's getting you $55 purchases. 55 plus 30, 85, so you're making $5 profit per order when they buy one. Help escape your 9 to 5. That's what I'm here for. That's the whole reason I do this. This is my 9 to 5. This is more like my 8 till 11:30 at night. How do you find these images? AI. Well, if you were on my last stream where I was showing you how I do product research, basically what I do lately is I hook up my Higgs field. I get my MCP connectors out and I hook it up to Trend Track, which is where's Trend Track? Where did I put your trendy track? So I don't even use the interface for Trend Track really just to show you guys some products. But what I do is I hook up Higgsfield to Trend Track, and I say, Higgsfield, here's the product I want to go and sell. Go and find all the competitors you can think of, and it does that. It gives me a list of all the competitors, and I say, of those competitors, go and show me all of their best winning static images on their websites and their best ads. And so Higgsfield, sorry, not Higgsfield, Claude is building a folder of competitors for me. And then I can say to it, look, go and use Higgsfield and regenerate some of those product images to make my own product images. And that's what I've been doing lately, and it's working really, really well. All right, enough about this. So that's $89. It's costing you $30 per unit. Now, at this point, I'd like to introduce you to our supplier and see if they can do it cheaper for you. So if you're interested, you can come and send me, click my link. This is my WhatsApp link. I'm going to give you right now in the chat. Come have a chat with me, and I will put you in a chat with our supplier, and you can see if they can get it cheaper. They may not be able to. We'll see. But you can even opt to start modifying this, put your own logo on it, put your own box in it, and do what you want to do. Now, in terms of ads, C7 blowout, this isn't working. This is $146 a purchase. We've only had one checkout and 4 add to carts. So to me, I don't think this ad is doing it.
Currently traveling Europe right now, and why did I not know camera brushes exist? I was so worried about what type of hair tool I bought this thermal brush.
So let me just pause my music here for a second. Now, I'm not saying we scrap this ad, but what I am saying is this ad, it should be turned off so that you don't cross your data streams and make it work, and then figure out. Just trust me. We turn it off, but we go into CapCut and we make a new version of this. And what I like to see is get to the problem and solution within the first 5 seconds.
Currently traveling Europe right now, and why did I not know thermal brushes exist? I was so worried about what type of hair tool to wear. I bought this thermal brush literally a couple days before, and it's literally becoming my best friend.
Okay, it's just look. You've got nice clips in here. Her selling point isn't strong enough. I wasn't sure what brush to bring. That's no reason people are going to buy it. How many people do you know who are traveling to Italy tomorrow and don't know what brush to bring? And this may not even arrive in time for them to travel. All these things are going off in the back of their head when they're watching their video, and that's probably why this one's not working. Whereas the one that is working, there's 2 that are working quite well. Why is this one working? What have we got here? Oh, great. It's not going to, it doesn't want me to see your ads because I don't have permission to on your Facebook page. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. Here we go. Can I see it? You know what? Facebook, you really piss me off sometimes. Can I preview it? Yes, we can. No, I can't. Courtney, can you do me a favor? Inside your business manager, you know how you added me to your account and you gave me permission to your ads? Can you do me a favor and can you grant me permission to your page? Even if it's view only, I just need to be able to see your page so that I can actually look at these ads and tell you what's wrong or what's right. But basically what we want to do now, and this is the mentality that I want you guys to be in when you're trying to figure out what to do next with your ads. Facebook's telling you, we have 1 ad here that didn't work, and we have 2 ads here that did work. So look at your ad, look at how quickly you get to the point, look at what point you get to, think about the selling points that you've mentioned in there, and figure out how you can then change your next version of the ad to be different. Now, you've got enough clips in these ads to make decent ads. So all you need to do is create new voiceovers using those same clips. So you can quite literally get on your phone and record yourself saying a whole new script that you write, and then you could just put yourself into CapCut, put these into CapCut over the top of yourself, and then turn your video off. So it's just your audio coming through, and you got a whole new ad there, and you get to test what happens if I change the script to this? What happens if I change the script to this? What happens if I talk about this problem? What happens if I mention this price or this feature or this thing or that thing? And over time, you're going to learn this ad performed better than this ad. This is the one that talked about the price. I'm going to talk about the price in my next ad. This ad over here did better than this ad, and this ad over here that did better. Well, this one talked about the waves, so I'm going to put the waves in my next ad. And bit by bit, you will learn exactly what to put in your ads and what not to put in your ads. And look at the difference here. Like C7 Blowout, it actually had good click-throughs. It actually had a decent cost per click, but what it didn't have was buyer intent. These other ads had checkouts, and this one only had one checkout. So these other ads had more buyer intent. Yet Facebook showed the C7 Blowout to a fair amount of people, even though it didn't work, because Facebook's interest is not to make you sales. Facebook's interest is to drive engagement into its platform. So it will show the ads that get the most engagement by default. And this ad had the most engagement, whether it was people watching the ad or sharing the ad. We had one share here, so maybe a lot of people watched the ad. Maybe some people thought her hair was pretty and decided to watch the whole ad, but it didn't generate buyer intent, whereas your other ads did. So quite simply, if you want to make money, turn C7 off, turn C8 off. Oh no, C6. Don't turn that one off. That one's actually got a little bit of buyer intent. Keep C5, C6, and C3. Let it run until Monday, and I bet you get probably $50 sales out of this, which makes you nearly profitable when they buy one. Then on the website, we can start to do a few things. Number one, what is the sign-up rate to your pop-up? If your sign-up rate to the pop-up is less than, say, 5% or even around 5%, that sucks, especially for a product like this. We need to get the customers' email addresses as the most important thing when they land on your webpage. You probably think, hey, we're going to pay for Facebook ads and I want sales. Well, when you first launch your store, sales are the last thing that you need on a list of things that you need. The first thing that you need on the list of things you need is email addresses. So if your email pop-up form on Klaviyo or even on Omnisend, if you've moved to Omnisend, wherever you're doing your emails, if your pop-up form is delivering at or under 7%, that sucks. It's going to be really hard for you to get profitable if you can only get 5 or 6% sign-up rate to your email addresses. I get 18% on Homecraftology. I get 22% on some of my other brands. A couple of my brands aren't quite that impressive, more like 8-9%. But the higher percentage of signups you get on your page, the more money that you will make. So I'm currently spending, $1,000 a day on Homecraftology. We're getting about 150 new email addresses in our email list every single day from that. And they all go through the welcome series. They all go through the abandoned cart, abandoned checkout if they've added to their cart. And that's how I make so much money from how much money I spend on Facebook ads. So how do you do that? If your sign-up rate to your form is low, turn the form off and go to your store and install Alia. 6%. Yikes. We can do better, especially for this sort of product. We can do way better. You could easily get 12% sign-up rate. Easily. So Alia is how we do that. Alia sign-up form. Alia pop-ups. This is an app. I don't have a store that I can show you that's running it at the moment because I've actually created my own Alia, and I'll be giving you guys access to that at some point in the future once I'm finished testing and I roll it out. But for now, use Alia. It's incredible. Yes, you get 2 to 3 times more sign-up rates than usual, and yes, the average sign-up rate is 10% or more. It looks like this. It usually has like a scratchy that you can scratch off, and it pops in really nicely to the website. And it's likely that this is going to be what you need to push your brand into much more profitability. So I know I told you a lot of things. This week, I want you to turn off the ads that don't work. I want you to try and make new ads with new scripts, with a voiceover of what you think might work. And then I want you to work on your pop-up for your sign-up form. If you can do those 3 things, then next time we meet on Monday, I'll give you a whole bunch of more things to do. But those three things are going to put you in the right direction and get your Facebook ads much more profitable. Isn't that funny? Out of the things that I told you of how to make your Facebook ads more profitable, turning off ads and making ads were only two of those. Do you keep Klaviyo with Alia? Well, I wouldn't keep Klaviyo personally with anything. That's because I don't like Klaviyo. That's a personal thing. Yes, you should keep Klaviyo. Alia is not a replacement for Klaviyo. Alia is simply a pop-up maker. It creates pop-ups that get you email addresses. Klaviyo sends the emails to your customers. My personal preference is OmniSend, which is what I use for all of my stores because, in my view, OmniSend, it has a higher likelihood of getting emails into somebody's inbox. If your open rates on Klaviyo are less than 40%, then you can probably look at migrating your emails over to OmniSend, where you will have a 40 to 50% open rate. And open rates make all the difference. Okay. Michael. Is it Mitchell? It's Mitchell, isn't it? Hey, Chris, I published my ads from Monday night. You haven't made new content until you give these ads a chance first. How does the spend look? Milky Glow. All right. Do I have access to Milky Glow? Michaela? Look, with Alia, you get 2 weeks free. I think it's maybe it's 14 days. You get at least a week free. So you may as well like turn off your form, switch to Alia, and just see if you get a better sign-up rate in that week. You may as well. It won't cost you anything to test it out and turn it off if you can't get above 8%. But I think you could probably get to 12. I think you could. There is not a single website where Alia hasn't performed better than my normal regular pop-ups. And I'll show you what I've made, guys. Give me a second here. This is coming in the future to a store near you. Alia is 100 USD per month. This is my dev account, by the way, guys. And this is my ever so good pop-up. I know I've been showing you guys this for a while. It's coming. It's coming. This is my version of Alia, which is only going to cost about 10 USD per month. And from here, you can do all the things that Alia can do in a much simpler way, in the way that, see, in Alia, you can do so much, but there's only a few ways that have made me more money. So I've been sitting in there in Alia and tweaking everything over this past few months and testing it. And this app, I'm putting all of that in one place so that you can just easily go and create your pop-up in all the magical ways that make my pop-ups the best. It's got all the statistics you get from Alia. It's got A/B testing, and it's going to save you 100 USD per month. Well, it's going to save you what, 90 USD per month. So that's coming soon, guys. I'm working on it. I'm not going to release it until all of my bugs are fixed. And actually, it's going to be the second app that I release, because the first app that I'm trying to get to finished is a discount stacking app that has to come first. All right, Milky Glow. Here we go. Okay, Milky Glow, 30 days. Let's look at this last week or so. $30, $20, and $80 in testing. Okay. Broad testing 1 and broad testing broad. So we're getting 2% click-through rate. That's not terrible. At $34 spend, yeah, that's not terrible at all. No add to carts though. That's a little concerning. Yeah, Black Friday is coming. Look, I got 300,000 people on my list, 60,000 subscribers, and 240,000 people I don't want to talk about because they unsubscribed. But I've had 300,000 people come through my list. With 67,000 subscribers, I can send out an email and make $2 or $3 grand in profit. So the emails, there are weeks that I've had where I didn't have the strongest week in sales, and I've been able to pull it back just by relying on my emails. There's been periods of my life where for whatever reason my ads stopped working, or just the business wasn't performing very well, little lull periods, especially when people don't have money to spend. But because I've built this email list, and because I've trained my email list to open my emails, and Google loves my emails, I can coast. I could turn my ads off, and I could live quite a happy, beautiful life without Facebook ads because of this business that I built. Mitchell, no add to carts, and your old ads, not sure why no sales. So let's have a look. Static ad curiosity. The dirtiest thing in your bathroom isn't your toilet. First of all, the design isn't great. The product is very small, and the text is very hard to read. I bet you if you made the text bigger and sort of bolder and blacker, doesn't have to be blacker, but easier to read on this, it would look better. You don't need to have your logo in the text here. You don't even need to have a person here. I think the product static image that your competitor had, I think they had a toilet visible, and I think it had like particles in the air, and that is probably what's going to work. This nurse founded ad, I mean, the ads don't look great. They're hard to read. The text looks like it's getting cut off. And this is the one thing you have to look at in your ads. And I know you didn't intend this. What Facebook is doing when it puts your ads in the newsfeed is cutting off a bit of space at the top and bottom. This is for all ads. So when we put text, we have to put the text further into the 1/3 and the bottom third, so that you don't get shop now going over your text or your titling. Now, I don't think those are the strongest selling points, like nurse found. Yeah, so what? What does that mean? I like that. I like the concept. The toothbrush is not the dirtiest thing in your. No, the toilet is not the dirtiest thing in your bathroom. I like that a lot, actually. All right, this ad here, we've got the carousel turned on. The carousel should be turned off. Where does your toothbrush live between brushes? It's okay. What sort of click-throughs have we got here? Most of the money was spent on C2, which was the nurse founded, probably because you got the biggest amount of ads in there. So I would turn that one off. It had the lowest click-through, and it cost you $10 per click. So none of them are working. They can be turned off. In fact, I'll do you a favor. I'll turn that one off right now. Then, and let it spend now. Now that that's off, it will allow spending on the other two. Now, static image 1, cost per click is $4. The CPM is very, very high. In fact, all the CPMs are very, very high. I don't love that. I'd probably turn these off too, because they're just not working. Now, C4. I personally, I think you're going to need more than static ads to sell this.
Surely I'm not the only one who thinks it's super gross lobbing all of the family's toothbrushes together into a single cup to collect mold and gunk and just general grossness at the bottom. I knew there had to be a better way, and
It's such a long-winded way to show the problem.
surely I'm not the only one
So she's brushing her teeth.
gross lobbing all of the family's toothbrushes together into a single cup to collect mold and gunk and just general grossness at the bottom. I knew there
It's taken 12 seconds to get to the solution. 12 seconds to talk about the problem. It's too much. I reckon you could make a better ad yourself. You haven't wasted your money with this. I don't think she's doing a very good job of selling this in terms of the script. I would use the clips that you've got and come up with a new script that either you say or you get an AI voice to say. But what you can do is record yourself saying it and then change your voice with AI. If you're not comfortable being the spokesperson for your brand, use AI to change who you are or change your voice. And the script that you should be starting with needs to be punchier. What's the problem? You could say your toothbrush is gross. That would be the hook I would use. Or like the hooks you're using from your images. Your toothbrush is the dirtiest thing in your bathroom, and you're sticking that in your mouth. That takes 5 seconds to say. That's your hook. So what you need to do is go make about 5 or 6 different hooks that you can put in the front of some of your ads. to see if they're going to work. And then with the rest of the ad, make it punchier. You know, toothbrushes are disgusting, and that's why I built the Milky Glow. This is the easiest way to sanitize your toothbrush to make sure that you're not putting germs in your mouth from your toothbrush. That's a 20-second ad that gets to the point really quickly, and I bet you get clicks and add to carts and sales if you can sort of tighten it up a lot. Does that make sense? Now these ones here are pretty much all the same ads. If you put too much of the same ads, Facebook, it has no idea what to do. Now you are getting some better click-through rates and cost per clicks here, so that's interesting. But again, they're kind of the same. We need more variety in ideas, more variety in design of your product images. If you're having a hard time making product images, yeah, similar ad. Look, if you keep doing, look, two things. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, you will not get a better result. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you can't figure out how to make nice images, and I'm putting my hand up, I make terrible images. I suck at image design. I am the worst person for static images. I used to hire people to do it for me, and that used to cost me a fair bit of money. Now, I hook up my Higgs field to Claude, and I say, Claude, make me a marketing image. These are the points I want you to talk about. Here is the landing page of my product I want you to use. Use Higgs field to make me 10 different concepts that I can run today. You can get even cheekier. You can say to Higgs field, use your connector with Trend Track and find all my competitors and take their winning ads, make me new versions of them. Or make a list of all my competitors' ads and rank them by what you think is going to work the best. When you ask Claude to rank its own work, Jesus, it's good. It is so good. And then let it work for you. So your job, in fact, if you get even more cheeky, you can say at the end of it, when you get your images back from Higgs field inside Claude, you can say to Claude, what you do is you grab the URL of your ad account, and you copy that, you put it into Claude and say, this is my ad account. Go and put these ads inside my ad set for me. And it can do that. And it will do that. And you can go away, make yourself a coffee, put the kids to bed, come back into your computer, and your ad set is ready to go. All you need to do is just review it to make sure Claude didn't mess it up. And sometimes it does, but that's okay. You can get that fixed easily enough. And then you just submit, and then off you go. You've made 10 new ads today in the space of like half an hour of you not doing anything. So work smarter. All right, Joseph. Review purity. Stainless steel tap filter. First thing, is this NSF 42 certified? Because I highly doubt it is. If it's not, you can get in trouble. Protect your family with safer drinking water. Reduce 150 contaminants. Yep, that all sits well. Pricing is comparable to what I've seen other people sell this similar thing for. Yep, that's fair enough. This is too much. There's too much going on with this bundle. I can't even see what products we're selling here. If we're going to be doing a bundle, it's got to be self-explanatory and simple. Mission, good. What's in the box? Good. Will it fit? Yes. Okay. One thing I don't like is when we have titles where we're not capitalizing. And this is just a preference. I prefer capitalization in the headlines. What you've written is good. It's perfectly fine. Good. Good. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. So website-wise, that's good to go. The sales campaign's been running for 3 weeks. 63 add to carts, only 4 Oh, damn. That's no good. I don't know if I can review your ad account because I don't remember seeing this ad account. Let me check. No, I can't see Purity Co. So, Joseph, what you'll have to do if you can please invite me to your ad, you have to invite me to your business manager. And then you have to grant me access to your ad account. So there's 2 steps to that. Once you send me that, I will be able to log in and review your ad account on Monday. Aisha Dane. Can I please review TerraForge ads? You've launched one creative on the 18th. United Emirates Currency Store. You don't need to apologize. We may not make the call, so you're going to watch the recording. Okay. Oh, you have Joseph. Okay. Aisha and Dane, hold on. I have an invite. My apologies, Joseph. Purity Co. Nope, not there. It may be in my spam. There we go. Yeah, sorry guys, I get a lot of invites and clearly they go into my spam now. Thanks Facebook. No, thanks Google. I'm getting in there. It's loading. All right, we are in. Ah, well, here's the problem. Oh, no. Oh, Joseph. Sweet summer child. This is not your fault. Well, it is, but it's a common mistake that you've made here. And I'm surprised you've had 4 sales, to be honest, but it turns out that you got a bit lucky. The problem that you have, for whatever reason, you're asking Facebook for initiate checkouts. Now, Facebook is really, really clever. It's oftentimes way too clever than it needs to be. And so when you tell Facebook that you want a certain type of action to happen, and that's the action that you want, in this case, initiate checkouts, then that's the action Facebook will deliver. Because Facebook has buckets of people, right? It's got billions of people in their database, and it segments them based on user behavior. So if I was to say to Facebook, hey, I only want people who will click on my ad and go to my website, I'm going to have like a 20% click-through rate. I'm going to get thousands of people hitting my website, and I'm going to get no sales at all. If I say to Facebook, okay, I actually just want add to carts, Facebook will send me hundreds of add to carts and no purchases because it's got a whole database of people who only add to cart. Now, as you can imagine, when it knows who only looks at a page and when it knows who only adds to cart and it knows people who are very likely to only initiate checkout, do you think those are people that other people like us want to advertise to? The answer is no. No one else wants to advertise to these people who never check out and never make a purchase because they don't make a purchase. But Facebook has all of this inventory of people that it can't send ads to because they never make a purchase. And what you've done in this situation, you've asked Facebook to send you all those crappy people who never make a purchase. So that comes down to your campaign setup. And unfortunately, to fix this, you're going to have to duplicate this campaign. Now, I know you've asked for sales, and you can't change this now unless you change. I think you're going to have to change the ad sets themselves. So you come down to the ad set. Where is your, there it is. There it is. You got website as your conversion location. Great. Performance goal, number of conversions. Great. There is your pixel. But here is the problem. You said to Facebook, I don't care if they make a purchase. The only thing I care about is sending this to people who have initiated checkout. And it's the same with your broad audience here. Now, if you fix this, I guarantee you're going to do better. My personal guarantee. I don't know if you're going to be profitable. Can't guarantee profits. I can guarantee you're going to be at least 10 times more successful in fixing this if you ask Facebook for purchases. But unfortunately, you're going to have to start again. There's nothing you can do to recover this. So turn these off, duplicate, and pick purchase. And then come back when you got proper data, and we can take a look on Monday at your actual results over the weekend. Makes sense, Joseph? Do you have any questions? I bet you every single person on this call is going into their ad sets and checking to make sure they're asking for purchases right this very second. And please don't feel bad. There's at least one person every month who does this. It's okay. It happens. It happens. I too have been the victim of this callous mistake at least once or twice, maybe 3 times in my career. Makes sense. Renee, what is my discount code for Trend Track? Crusader is Crusader, actually, yeah. So you can click this link, and this link should get you there, and then conversion 20. Conversion 20 is my discount code. Okay. Aisha and Dane, Terraforge. All right, what are we dealing with here? UGC test. We spent 59 of something, and the CPM is 248 of something. The cost per click is 5.44 of something. What do you say? This is going to be interesting. Well, what are we dealing with here? We're dealing with United Arab Emirates currency, so UAE currency. So let me just do a quick thing here. What's 5.44 UAE to UAE to AUD? $2 a click. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, we've been running this for 30 days. We spent 59, which is what, 30 bucks? Yeah, $22. We haven't spent much money yet. We've only got the one ad. Look, I can't really tell you anything because we're not testing anything. We've just spent a bunch of money on an ad, and it's performing okay. Cost per click is $2. The CTR is really good, but you're not going to get any sales because you haven't really spent any money, and we're not really testing enough things. In terms of the ad itself.
So I took the plunge and bought the Terraforge Pro Titanium Hammer Pan. Not only is it 100% pure titanium, but it also has no PFAs, PTFEs, or chemical coatings, meaning no nasties are making their way into my food. Besides the health benefits, my favorite feature would have to be that it's naturally non-stick, and it's actually scratch resistant and durable. So I won't need to buy multiple pans like I usually have to. Its heat is also even edge to edge, so there's no hot spots or burning. I would truly feel lost without the Terraforge Pro Titanium Hammer Pan. I urge anyone, but especially families, to give this a go. Because we've been shedding chemicals into my food. No matter how careful I am, my cookware always ends up scratched. I knew it was time to move on from a non-stick pan, so I took the plunge.
Okay, there's a few things that happen there very quickly. One thing I hope that in the UAE that the Aussie accent goes down well. I'm assuming that it will. It's just, if you can get in touch with her, and if she can just re-record the first bit, it'd be great. You don't have to. It's just, it'd be perfect. If she didn't ask a question, is this thing shedding chemicals in my food? If she said a statement, this thing is shedding chemicals into my food, that sounds a lot better.
Is this thing shedding chemicals into my food? No matter how careful I am, my cookware always ends up.
I like that. I like that.
It's time to move on from a non-stick pan.
I like that.
Plunged and bought the Terraforge Pro Titanium Hammer Pan. Not only is it 100% pure.
The rest of it's pretty good. Look, you're getting a good click-through. 4.65%. we need to probably make more ads like this. She's done a great job. I think it's fantastic. Website looks great. Would I buy this? Would I buy this? There's something missing here from my point of view. And that is sizing. I'm just trying to think, would I buy this and would I not? I do want this, actually. I think this is cool. I like the... Actually...
But it also has no PFA with titanium hammer pan.
The pan that she's got there, it seems different from the one that you've got. It seems smoother, more like a stainless steel pan. The edges are smoother, and the bottom here has that texture. And here the texture seems to go all the way up the top. Is this the same pan, or am I dreaming? Now, that's actually a good image. I don't know if I love this image here because it didn't quite come out right. I think it looks better with the food in there. Like, it looks better shinier. That is making me think that it's got a texture on the bottom that's going to not cook my food properly. Here I can kind of see that's cool. Now the question is, why does it have this texture on the bottom? Is that part of the design, and why? Now also with the sizing, I want to know how big this pan is, because I know you didn't intend to, but this looks like a few different sizes of pan, and maybe what we want to do is just sort of bring the camera out a little bit so that these all look the same, or maybe push in a little bit on these ones just so it all looks like the same. Because one question, if a shopper has one question, you will lose the sale. I like the what's not in this pan. And again, this looks highly textured. Is it this textured, or is it more subtle? And why do we want this texture? Because this is an important feature. You know, I love my stainless steel pan, and what I would want to know as a I'm not going to say professional cook, but you know, as a cooking enthusiast, what is it about this design that is going to want me to get to buy this pan? Does this give me extra non-stick because of the differences in the design there? That's what I want to know. Now, also, when I buy a stainless steel pan, I know that the stainless steel, it grabs the food. So there's a technique you need to cook it. And if you try and pull the chicken off too quickly, it's going to like grab the chicken onto the pan. You're going to be left with chicken stuck on it. So you have to like let the food release from the pan. Is that the kind of thing that we're dealing with here? So we probably want to have like a little thing on the bottom here, just, you know, how to use your titanium pan. All right. So solo pan or solo pan with lid. When I choose my solo pan, or when I choose my pan with lid, I should be taken to a picture that shows me the pan with the lid, because I don't even know what the lid looks like. So that's one problem. Now let's buy one. Now this is $265. Get rid of your PayPal button. Get rid of your GPay button. They don't belong in your cart. We don't want to ask anyone to make a decision about how they're paying yet. The only decision we want people to make is if they want to go to checkout. Yeah, that's fine. So, a couple of things there to think about for your actual page. Now, when we're spending this much money on a product, you're going to have to understand that you're going to need to spend that much money on your Facebook ads to even know if you can sell it for that price. The more expensive a product is in general, the more you have to pay for your Facebook ads to get a sale. So you might be spending up to $100 to get a sale, but you might be making $80 to $100 profit per sale. Just bear that in mind. So I do like that ad. Keep doing what you're doing. Have a think about uplifting that product page, and then come back with some more ads and come back with some more sales or some more data for me. All right, Taylor, would it be possible to have a full store and ad review? Potentially. Potentially. It depends if you've given me access to your ad account or not. I don't see your invitation in my inbox, so let me tell you what to do. Please invite me to your ad account. Okay. I will give you a store review though. Shop Scalp Glow Device. So you're going with the okay, that's the first problem. If you're going to have square images, you should only have square images. The first image you have is in 9:16 mobile view, and that makes your store look really bad when you come at it from a mobile, because the second I click your second image, oh, okay, I stand corrected. It's not happening on your store for some reason. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's weird. That's the first time I've seen that happen. Okay, red light therapy to activate hair follicles. So the question is why? Why do I need to activate hair follicles? So when we're doing this kind of USP, it's always good to think of the why. So I'd change this to red light activates hair follicles for stronger hair or stronger hair growth. Scalp massage to boost circulation. Why? To encourage growth. Built-in oil delivery for targeted root nourishment. Okay, well, we've already mentioned hair growth in the first two. If we were, so we wouldn't need to mention it again. Waterproof for worry-free usage anywhere. Okay. Single, duo, complete the bundle. All right. Oh, man, that looks really, really good. I can just sit there and get a hair massage or a hair follicle massage. Images need to be changed to no zoom. Is that how you do it, Michaela? Thanks. Honestly, I usually just make my images square. That's cool. I didn't know that. I learned something new. I am a professional e-com student. I like your text here. Red light, EMS stimulation, heat all in one. Good. Watching too much hair go down the drain? Yeah, sometimes I do, yeah. Most hair loss products don't reach hair follicles, which is where the hair grows. The result, yeah, that's good. Feels like a massage, works like a treatment. Less shedding, less hair damage, more growth. Great. Number one, so get rid of the number one. We do not want that. You could say at-home scalp treatment loved by thousands, but we can't say, I mean, you can say number one, but we shouldn't say number one. Facebook hates it. Loved by thousands, loved by over 1,000 Aussies who've made this part of their self-care routine. From this to this, that's good. Not bad. Their price might put some people off. Now, another thing that you might want to consider, I don't want to buy two of these. And I don't want a scalp scrub, but oh, that's weird. Yeah, this is confusing. I would like you to add a bundle, which was just a single one of these, or maybe even in the single, maybe you have a little tick box. See this tick box here? That's silly. Get rid of that tick box. People get confused by that, and a confused mind never buys. Just get that in the back of your skulls, everybody. Confused mind never buys. If I'm here and I'm going, what do you mean I get a discount? It's $167 here, and if I get this, it's $172. What is going on here? That makes no sense whatsoever. Now, rather than having the bundle here under the single, I would like a tick box that has add the oil, because I want the oil with my single thing, and I hope I can buy the oil later on as well as when I run out. I would love to review your ads and tell you how things are going. If you can please grant me the access, I'll do that for you on Monday. Logan and Verity. Core Relief ad account. C9 has been running for 2 weeks now and performed the best so far. Where do you go from here? $69 per purchase. All right. Logan, where do you think you go from here?
If you deal with tight muscles or chronic stiffness, don't buy cupping devices where you watch this. You see, cupping definitely works. In fact, it was actually my physio that put me onto it in the first place. But most of these devices sold online are missing what actually makes them effective. And I don't want you wasting your money. That's the whole reason.
So your question here has been running for over 2 weeks. It's been a pretty slow start, and you almost turned it off, but it seems like the last 5 days it's really picked up. 10 sales in the last week. Is that normal for an ad to take this long? I mean, what is normal? What is normal? Let me show you something that may draw some light on that question. So this is something that one day you guys will have access to when I'm finished it. This is my own tracking tool. And when we look at my attribution, one of the things I've added in here is median lead time. How long does it take a person from first touch point of seeing my ad and clicking it to purchase from me? And the answer that this is telling me, it's taken me 10 to 11 days from someone first seeing my ad to purchasing from me. That sort of, if you have the same thing, if you're taking on average the same amount of time, then that answers your question. You have to have your ads running for 10 days before you even have a ballpark feel for if your ad's going to work. Now, you can go and buy your more advanced tracking from what's it called? Triple Whale. I think it's like $200 or $300 US and per month, but that can give you more access to data like this that tells you how your ads are performing. But at the same time, you probably don't need it unless you're really spending big bucks. But that sort of shows you that, yeah, it can take a little while for people to convert. You're using Tifa Fill. Is there a way to avoid the customer seeing the tracking coming from China? I mean, not really, because it's coming from China. But what you can do is go and set up. What's it called? 1 second. Let me find the app. And I mean, really, everyone should have this app running on their stores. It's the default app I always have. All right, so it is. Where is it? After ship tracking. You should probably already have this, but if not, please go and install After Ship. What this does is it creates, and I mean, if you're going to ship from China, this is essential. If you're shipping from Australia, it's not that important. Oh, I need to update my credit card. Okay, I'll do that later. Basically, this can set up a tracking dashboard so that people can actually go in there and see their products. It still says, shipping from provider and where we're at, but at the same time, it's not as in your face that it's definitely coming from China. But the most important thing in here is like the tracking page is important. It uses Track 17 to track the packages, so it doesn't use China's EMS system or whatever it's called, China Mail. It doesn't use that sort of stuff. What I like in here is the ability to create notifications. So these email the customers whenever the package changes from order to packaged, shipped, it's left the country, it's arrived at the country, it's getting delivered to your door today. This sends a notification at each of those steps. And as long as customers see their order moving, they don't tend to complain too much. So that's what I use on every store, and it really cuts down my complaints significantly. Like every now and again I'll get someone saying, "Hey, where's my order?" And my customer support team will be like, "Hey, here's the tracking link. It's on its way. It should be delivered in the next couple of days." You're currently getting Omnisend to start transferring all of your Klaviyo emails over. Terrific. Absolutely terrific. And for those of you who are interested why that might be the case or why we're moving to Omnisend, you don't have to move to Omnisend. And Austin's been very clear about this. Klaviyo is a great email platform. However, I have personally experienced problems with Klaviyo where my open rates were less than 40%. And Do I still use Tracker Power with Aftership? I don't actually. I probably should. It's just that my PayPal accounts are old enough that I don't really have that problem where I need to. If you have a young PayPal account, you should definitely still use Tracker Power. That's just mine are trusted. Mine are trusted. But I did, when I started up a PayPal account earlier this year, I did use it because PayPal did start getting a bit upset when my products were taking a bit long to get delivered. With AfterTrack, if we unsubscribe the customer from Shopify, will it stock the... it should still send these emails because these emails are considered transactional emails, and transactional emails are allowed to get sent even if they're not subscribed. Now, Omnisend and Klaviyo. So I personally recommend Omnisend because I've had issues with Klaviyo's delivery rates in the past, and Klaviyo has been less than helpful about helping me when my delivery rates for one of my stores dropped to about 25% open rates. Now, if your open rates on Klaviyo are 40% or higher, you can just stay with Klaviyo. There is no point moving because Omnisend will not magically make your open rates higher than 40%. But if your open rates are stuck and you're not ever seeing 40 to 50% open rates, then it's probably time to consider maybe moving to Omnisend. And if you do want to move to Omnisend, I have an affiliate link here. You can use this if you want to go and make your Omnisend account, and I will be forever grateful to you for doing that. However, I'm not here to sell Omnisend. Only do it if Klaviyo is giving you less than 40% open rates. Otherwise, there's no point disrupting what's already working. But if it is broken, then that is one solution. Now, the question you had was... Alia pop-up has been brilliant in the last 30 days. You've had a 21.8% sign-up rate. Oh, dude, that's fantastic. That's amazing. So as you can imagine, if you can get your open rates up that high, which you already have, great. That's going to really help you out. The next thing you need to be doing is, obviously, you're making the move to Omnisend. You're on the right track. Getting your welcome series absolutely pumping. Now, when you finish the course, you probably have... 4 emails maybe in your welcome series? Guys, I have like 10. I have 10 emails in my welcome series. I send them 1 email every day to new people in my welcome series until they buy. And once they finish getting all my emails from the welcome series, then they start getting my weekly promotion emails until they buy. And if they stop opening my emails, I delete them from my list. So that's why I have a very aggressive email system. And that's why I'm able to just coast and not even spend money on ads unless I wanted to. Because I've spent the time building a business rather than building a store. That's the difference between building a store and building a business. Building a business, you're building customers, and the customers want to hear from you, and they're used to hearing from you, and they want your product, they love your product, and they want your discounts. So they open your emails and they continue to support you in all of your endeavors. So yeah, good work on that one, Logan and or Verity. Don't know how much Verity did on this one, but good work on this one. So what do you do from here? Make more ads. Make more ads. You got a good script here, so make a new one. Make a new ad with the same script. Put yourself into AI in different situations. Give yourself a lab coat. So one of the ones I'm going to be releasing for my snoring store is me in a lab coat. I got me in a couple's bedroom while they're snoring. You could be put yourself in front of someone getting a massage, doing this with a microphone, and you can do that all in AI. You could get someone else to read this script for you. You could change the script up so that you only talk about one of the benefits and see if that performs better. And keep going. Yeah, just do more. Do more. And don't let the fact that only one ad has worked stop you from trying more and more and more ads. Yeah, put them in this ad set. Now, what I do find with my store, something that you haven't copied yet, but you're about to, what I do with all my stores is I have, and given that you've had enough purchases, it may be time to build your delivery structure. If you're ready to start scaling, as you've seen with my delivery structure, we have the prospecting campaign using the audiences from Klaviyo or from Omnisend to carve out the audiences that get each ad set, so that I can actually say to Facebook, use this ad in my prospecting and use all these other ads in my retargeting. And if I show you Homecraftology, let's see if I can show you Homecraft. It's a perfect example of this. Is Homecraft one word or two words? One word. So with Homecraftology, you can see we've got prospecting, retargeting, and retention. And look at this, guys. This is insane. Look at these numbers. It's beautiful. It's scale and time. I'm very excited. For the first time in a while, we're going to be scaling Homecraft to the moon. Well, maybe not the moon, but we're going to be going a long way. Now, what's working for me right now in Homecraftology is this is prospecting. So this is one ad showing to people who have never seen my brand before. I'm excluding anyone who's clicked on an ad, clicked on the website, even seen all my stuff. Anyone who's interacted with me at all doesn't see this ad. This ad is only for new people. And what's working for me at the moment is just, you know what? One's not performing well and one is. Well, damn. Okay. I thought my tightened ad copy was going to be the winner there. 28 initiate checkouts to 11 purchases versus 78 to 31. Oh, well, that's disappointing. Okay. Okay, fine. So everybody who's in my prospecting campaign, they get to see this one ad. And the reason why it's only one, I whittled it down. I had so many different ads, and I whittled them down to the best performing ad for prospecting. And the reason why I've turned all the other ones off is simply because Facebook only spent a couple of dollars a day on all these ones. So they weren't really working. And when I turned this ad to be just one ad in prospecting, everything else started working really well. All of a sudden, my retargeting ads came down to $30 a purchase. These were at like $40. They're now like ridiculously good. I'm giving people a different offer in my retargeting ads. So there's no offer on my prospecting ads other than, 20 standard 25% off sale, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But on the retargeting ads, now we're saying, hey, you get 40% off today. Use this code, and it's attached to, here's my colorful canvas, 40 sale, take 40% off. It stacks on, it doesn't stack. Shit, I need to take that off. Damn. Every time I show you guys something, there's something I need to fix. Okay, in the website URL, we've got the discount here, so it's automatically attached to their order. And that's been working extremely well. So this is a much more like 40% off your first kit, much more in your face messaging, because I already know that they're keen on the products. They haven't purchased yet, but they've seen my ads or gone to my website. So now I offer them a real nice big ad. Now, what I did here, this is kind of what I wanted to show you. I took my winning ad formula, which is me talking in front of the kit, and then I had someone say something similar.
Recovering from surgery, and I found myself tired, depressed, and anxious, and I wanted to find something to take my mind off things, something that I could look forward to. Then I found diamond painting. I am on my 5th kit now. I am totally addicted. I sit down at night, put in my earphones, and listen to an audiobook while I work on whatever beautiful kit I have in my stash. This has turned into my nightly routine that I look forward to all day. Homecraftology has been making these diamond painting kits for the past 8 years. They have sold over 300,000 kits around the world. If you head to their website now, they have 25% off all of their kits.
So that was a reworked script based off the first script that was working. I used some TikTok videos to put together to look like one of the kits that I have on the website. I built her an AI, and I had her do one clip, which was her talking, and then one clip where she was just doing the diamond painting right here, so that I could have the voiceover in the background and make it really nice. So it's like just reworking my script. So what you've got in your business right now is you've got one thing that's kind of working where you, a male, is talking and selling a product. What you want to test now is what happens when a female sells your product. Now, I found that she didn't do as good of a job on the front end. Maybe it's because it was a bit too AI-ish. I can try again. I can keep going. I can make more iterations. But what works for me is this on the front end. And what you need to do is to figure out if what avatar should be on your front end, and maybe then go and set up your campaign and ad sets to be in that scaling format that works for me. That's what you need to do next. All right, Lola. Please review your website. Roots by Teo. I thought I was going to be looking at like some sort of supplement here, some sort of root supplement. But you're selling extensions. Have we got you on the call? Lionel, not Lionel, Lola. Lola, are you on the call? Reason why I want to know. First of all, book an appointment. So, is this an existing business that you already have? If so, terrific. Spring Mountain, Ipswich. Now, the question that I have, you are here, fantastic. So, is this an existing business? I hope it is, because that's exciting. Yes. Oh, this is cool. And now I see that you predominantly feature black women on your website. So I'm assuming that they're mostly selling black wigs. And I'm assuming that they're specially designed for black people, and that's why we're doing that, which is cool. So you want to sell these across Australia now, right? Oh, wow. I do have a bit of knowledge around. I know I really shouldn't, but I do have a little bit of knowledge around extensions and hair pieces because of what my wife went through 10 years ago with the breast cancer. So I do know a little bit. Now, extension type. So you got clip-ins, ponytails, signature wig. I think one thing that you could probably do when we get to the homepage, this is fine. It gets a bit messy here. I think we need to simplify. Like this bit's fine here. We need to simplify this bit for sure, because I'm not sure what I should be looking at and where I should be clicking until we get to down here. So let's maybe you can even just make this simpler, because it's a bit of a mess. Even just a carousel. You want to sell to both Australia as your main target, and then the US and the UK will be huge for this. Obviously, because look, I don't know how many black people in Australia wear wigs, but I do know for a fact it's a huge market in the US. So, next thing I would recommend that we do. I don't know if you want to do shop by extension type. Maybe you do. Look, there's too much happening in your menu system. And I want you to cut it right down. So the menu should only be full of links that make you money. So blog, that goes down in the bottom of the thing. Contact us, right down the bottom. About us, right down the bottom. FAQ, right down the bottom. Does hair care make you money? Are we selling? It doesn't look like it makes you money. So hair care could go down the bottom. Anything, like book an appointment can stay here, because I'm assuming that's one of your main business things. So anything that makes you money in the menu, anything that doesn't make you money in the footer. What I would like to see is keep the shop by extension type, but I would say browse all hair pieces, or browse all here as the second menu type, because I don't know what to buy. I want to see everything you've got. Now, what is your number one bestseller? Not talking about ads, just in general, the one product you sell the most of out of all the other products. I'm gonna imagine it's a clip-in, but not sure. Wefts? Wow. Okay. Any particular one? I'm guessing this one here, right? Although I'm probably wildly wrong. In the blowout afro texture. Really? Okay. Blowout afro. Okay. All right. Beautiful looking landing page. This is absolutely gorgeous. Now, one thing that we tend to do, we usually have the product name here. Under the product name, we normally have the reviews. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, we have product name. Let me get this right, actually. What do we normally do? The reason why I'm telling you what we normally do is there's a concept in e-commerce that your store can look different, but there are fundamental things that you have to get in the same way so that people don't get lost. There's one thing Amazon does really well is they make their website easy to use for most people by having what most people have. So heading, price. In fact, let me get something that has a review. So where's my best sellers? Heading, reviews, price, USPs, add to cart. So change that around. So heading, price, reviews, USP. So Afterpay should really come under the price, and the price should really be up here where my eyes are looking when I first come to the website. Now let me have a look at your page in our mobile view. Explore this product is quite, I wouldn't have it on my store. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a conversion killer. There's a lot going on there. So I do like your product images, but one of the things I don't like on mobile is it's not. I know that you have your arrows here, but it's not inherently clear that I can scroll or look at the other photos. So I would have thumbnails under here as well. Okay, made for 4 types of hair. Wear it as a blowout, a flat iron, or flat iron it for a silk press. Teliloma does both. Our Teliloma wefts are ultimate kinky straight extensions for textured hair. Cool. 100%. I won't read all of this because I'm sure it makes no sense to me. 100% human hair, no synthetic fibers. Ideal for protective styles and sew-ins and quick weaves. Minimum heat needed for blending with natural hair. Heat and color friendly. Model has type 4 hair that has been blow dried and is wearing 2 18-inch bundles. I don't know what type 4 hair is, and I'm wondering if there's an easy way for you to explain somewhere. Price is price per weft. Please refer to styling recommendations below for suggested number of wefts to purchase. Okay. Supernatural sew-in, get 2. Glam sew-in with set, get 3. It's all a lot. Now this thing here, under the buy it now, I always find if you've got a long shipping time like this, don't show it here because it's a conversion killer. If you've got a quick shipping time, then show it. But if I'm not going to get this until the 29th, and that's 10 days away, just get rid of this. Get rid of the buy it now. We only want an add to cart button. Oh, I love your add to cart button. That's gorgeous. Now I'm confused. I don't know what a sew-in is, and I don't know what a type 4 is, and I don't really know about this. So I'm wondering if there's an easier way for you to. Is there a way to make this easier for people? And maybe I'm completely wrong. You can tell me, Chris, I'm an idiot because I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't buy hair extensions. But we may need to explain to people who are coming here for the first time, too embarrassed to talk to you, or just not in the mind frame to reach out for help. Make it easy for them to make a decision. Styling recommendations, good. Shipping information, good. Specification, 100% Vietnamese hair, steamed process to achieve luscious texture. Vietnamese here. That's interesting. Can be seated style. Great. All right, let me add this to cart and see what happens. So we'll get. You've told. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. You've told me to get 2 waifs. Two problems that I see. You've told me to get 2 waifs, but there's no way for me to add 2 waifs to cart. You've got natural black and jet black with a little asterisk here. I guess because it's out of stock, but I don't know what the difference is between natural black and jet black. So some color, a color chart will be good. You find you're getting add to carts, but conversions aren't as you'd like due to your position you're trying to achieve with your brand currently. Don't offer intro discounts, and you're thinking about other ways to drive conversions. Well, for one, you're probably going to want intro. You probably will want some kind of introductory discount. Number 2, all the things that I'm telling you are why you're only getting add to carts. Because people are confused. And I know it's not an easy product to sell. And maybe it comes down to the advertising with you doing more explainers. Maybe you should have an explainer video right underneath the add to cart button where you kind of talk through the options on each product and explain what they need to buy. But the fact that I've been told to buy 2 and I can't buy 2 easily, that's a big conversion killer. So now onto the cart. This is a beautiful cart. This is gorgeous. This guy's in the way. The shop with AI, get rid of it. Just absolutely get rid of it. It's confusing when I'm on the cart. It's disrupting my natural shopping flow. You may also I wouldn't put any of these products here because I'm shopping for a particular weft that you said is a bestseller. I'm not interested in any of these things. But what accessories can you sell me that are going to be good? Is there a specific like a hair straightener that you would recommend that I can get, or some sort of spray to keep the hair lasting longer? Now check out. Why is the checkout a different color than the rest of the website? That's a problem for me. Make the checkout white. Make your logo bigger and put the logo in the middle of the page, and it should do better. You're going to work on that? Awesome. Keep me informed. I love how you're replying to your reviews, by the way. That's fantastic. And I love how you've already got good reviews. Amazing. Yes, keep working on the website because there's definitely things that you need to fix here. Keep popping up for the streams. Come back on Monday and show me your progress and let me review again. Don't get upset if I tell you different things that are wrong with the website on Monday because different day, different Chris. But I think this is really cool, and I think we can turn this into a big business. The fact that you've already got a running business is really going to help. What is your email platform, and how many emails do you have in your platform? And probably for you, I would highly recommend installing Alia and making a beautiful pop-up that gets people into your store. And you don't have to do a big discount. Give people an incentive to sign up to your email list. Give them 10% off. If 10%, because it's a premium product, 10% feels like a lot for premium products. And then absolutely spoil the crap out of your email list. Spoil them. If they're already on your email list, you don't have to pay Facebook for them ever again. Make them feel special. Give them good offers in your email list. And if this doesn't work in Australia, don't panic. We can definitely make this work. Okay. Last one for the day. Lionel. Review Dream Relief ad account and website. All right. Dream Relief Premium Sleep Mask. Whoa, there's a lot going on here. This is very bold. I don't love the boldness. Let's just dial it back a bit so I don't feel like this. It feels like it's trying to wake me up. Block out the world in seconds. Total darkness. Cool. There's no price here for me to see under the heading here. This doesn't look like a Freedom Club website. This looks almost okay. get rid of your pop-up add to cart. But is this on what's it called? What's the thing? Well, what's the template? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But yeah, it's too much. Let's just dial back the boldness a little bit. Dial back the product, the sizing of the fonts. And $54 for one of these bad boys. I don't know. Seems like a lot. Although, that's a pretty good GIF. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Okay. Okay. How many reviews do we have? Quite a few. All right, let me take a look at your ads before I judge too much. Dream relief. Yeah, but it's like saying I want to get relieved of my dreams. I'm thinking too much into it, am I? Aren't I? I'm already in your account. Okay, let's have a look. Ads manager. Okay, we've had 2 purchases. That's impressive. $87 a purchase. Now, obviously, we want to get this down to something more reasonable where we're profitable. Now, if someone buys 2, that's not too bad. Can we make it that far? Let's have a look. We want to have a look at the columns, performance and clicks. Where's the rest of our stuff? Here we go. Okay, cost per click is way too high and your CTR is way too low. Minimum CTR we need is 1.5. Maximum cost per click we're looking at is like $2.50. You have to get below that if we're going to be profitable. Otherwise, the maths just doesn't stack up. So these ad sets down here obviously didn't work, and I'm guessing we've launched these ads today. Lash protection, partner schedule. Yeah, none of these are working. What ads have we been running? Images and videos. The closest you've had is this one. $38 spent. $2.50 cost per click. That's not terrible. And the 1 point, oh, and that's the image down there of the figure. That's only spent 63 cents. So this is the most promising one. Oh, I can't. I don't have access to your page, and it's going to do this thing again where I'm not allowed to look at your ads. I can't give you, unless you want to quickly grant me access to your page, I can't give you too much looking inside them, but look at what's working here. Make more of these. And where we haven't had any spend, turn off the ads that have had spend, but your clicks are high and your CTRs are low. Just turn them off. Like, just turn them straight off. Let the other ones spend so that we can actually figure out if we have winning ads here. So I've turned off a couple of big spenders for you. That should help spread some of the spend around. And let's get more data for me to look at on Monday. Now, what's your current spending here? We're spending $50 a day. Yeah, look, at this point, we don't have a winning ad here yet. We don't have a winning angle here yet, but you will get it. Now, I think personally, $50 a day is a bit much to spend. It's going to cost you a fortune to try and find that winning ad. I would break this down to test less ads at a time. So maybe test 5 ads at a time and spend $20 a day. And turn off the losers that are spending the money and giving you low CTRs. Keep the winners. Go into Trend Track, find your competitors. There are others selling this product, and they're selling it really well. It's not the easiest product to get into because of the amount of competition, but that competition means that it can work. You've got to find the right angle. You've got to find the right way to sell it, and then try and make that website just just less. Make the website feel like you want to help somebody sleep, because it's a bit loud right now. And we want it to look like, I love your logo, by the way. I love your banner right here. I love your colors. I think they're beautiful. I love the fonts that you're using, but it's all too big and bold. I want you to make me feel like I am cozy and sleepy when I go to your website. And get rid of this pop-up down here, the what do they call this? The sticky cart. You don't need it. You absolutely don't need it. And just let me add to cart real quick. Good. Let me check out. Yep, that's fine. Cool. Make those changes. Smaller batches of ad testing. Lower your ad spend so that we're not going to bleed out your profit. Well, there's no profit yet to bleed out, but we don't want to bleed out your bank account. And $50 a day, that's for $350 a week. That's a big risk. That's a big risk. So dial it back and risk less so that we can find the winning ads before we start pumping more budget into it. Yeah, spending big doesn't necessarily help us find winning ads faster. I find. All right, my friends. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've got some benefit out of today. Hope I've helped in some way. And you can see me again on Monday. For those of you coming on Sunday for our event, I will see you then. And take it easy, guys.